The tsunami warnings and advisories continue to wind down across the Pacific Ocean following our 8.8 magnitude earthquake here. Now, the biggest waves were reported there off the coast of Kamchatka, where a 13 feet high tsunami wave was seen. Now, no longer being a threat anymore of that intensity, but lingering waves still can be possible for hours and even days after an earthquake of this size. And to put it in perspective, I just want to talk about this real quick. An 8 out of 10. That is an absolute massive earthquake. 8.8 magnitude out of 10 here. To put that in perspective, the last time we saw an earthquake of that intensity was back in 2011. Of course, the March 11th earthquake in Tsunami in Japan. Also, this would rank 8 out of the 8th strongest earthquake on record going back to the year 1900. The point is, absolutely massive. Now, Kamchatka is relatively remote. There was damages to buildings there. Of course, they had the major tsunami impacting some ports, but at least it wasn't a large population. I'm sure everybody there probably would think otherwise, though. Tsunami warnings were issued at one point across the Pacific Ocean, but those, like I mentioned, continue to dial back. But as long as there's still advisories in place, I would stay away from any coastal areas. And that includes into Japan, where a tsunami arrival it took place there around 10 o'clock Eastern time. There in Japan, it was during the morning hours. Max wave there was reported about 31 inches, so just a little bit over 2 feet. Then all that energy basically got pushed out, like you throw a rock into water and you see the ripples come out from it, out towards the Western Pacific, Central Pacific, and even out towards the East Pac along the California coast. But one of the biggest waves was seen out there, nearly 6 feet in Hawaii, specifically the island of Maui. Hilo also saw some flooding too in some of those low-lying coastal areas. But the massive tsunami like the Boxing Day or the March 11th tsunami did not take place there. I know there was a lot of evacuations. Roads were clogged and everything, but at least everybody listened to those warnings, and that's one of the big things. Max wave seen out here along the west coast of California was up to about 4 feet. Seen one there in Crescent City. Also seen one in Oregon up to about that size as well. The point is really a coastal phenomena. Did not see a large wave there, but still want to be on guard if you have those advisories remaining in place. But yeah, an 8.8 magnitude earthquake. I mean, no joke. If you're curious about the science behind this, by the way, an earthquake this large, basically this was a thrust fault. So when the earthquake takes place, you have this big snap of the ground under the water. It gets thrusted up. So if you put your hand in water and you go up like this, what's going to happen with the water? It's going to get pushed up, right? That creates a big bubble, and that bubble goes out from there. And right there along the coast of Kamchatka, you saw the biggest wave, but it doesn't get directed in one way. It gets spread out over a wide area, and thus we had all that energy that focused off towards the east, impacting Hawaii and the coast of the United States. So a little bit of science there if you're curious what's happening with this. But yeah, an absolutely massive earthquake and following tsunami here across the Pacific Ocean. More information here at firstcoastnews.com.